Hi guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Let's get some message cards from your person's higher self and see what they want you to know at this time. Okay, so the first one we have is, can I spend my life with you? Yeah, so someone's in a very kind of dreamy energy, very forward thinking, not just thinking about like, when's the next time I'm going to see you, but kind of like, where are we going to be at this time next year? Can I come in closer to you? Do you want to move in with me? Do you want to meet my parents? Do you want to meet my friends? Can I come home with you? This is somebody that doesn't like being apart from you. They miss you in between the interactions that you have with one another. And this is helping them, it feels like, to really start to trust in their kind of emotions that have surfaced for them. Their heart is very set on you, and it feels like they have kind of reached a place mentally of like, okay, I'm all in this situation. I've kind of like seen enough. I've waited long enough. I've evaluated the situation long enough. I can't keep ignoring my heart and its urgings to press the circumstance forward between the two of you, or to make some kind of deeper truth known. And they also say there's a lot that I want to say to you right now. Yeah, so this is somebody that is kind of working up the courage to express some of those deeper truths, or even kind of increase the ways in which they, pay compliments and, kind of point out all the things that they love about you. Something where they may even start to open the lines of communications towards, instead of just referring to like I, they're going to refer to we, and starting to include you in some of those future plans, which can be kind of a hint or an indicator or a nudge in the direction of the situation between the two of you progressing forward. They also say, I'm in love with you. You're my other half. Yeah. So for a lot of you, this is somebody that has made up their mind. The heart and mind are now in agreement that you're their person. You're the one that they want to build a connection with, they want a future with, they see long-term potential with. And the idea of kind of keeping their options open, that doesn't even appeal to them at this particular point in time. You're the prize as far as they are concerned, and they have you, or they're really determined to kind of take the steps necessary forward in order to make this more of a substantial and solid connection between the two of you, so that there's no possibility anyone else can come in and sort of swoop you up. This person may be feeling very territorial, very possessive over you, kind of like, you're mine, and I want to make sure that the world knows that. I also say the sound of your voice lingers in my mind. So a conversation that you've had with them recently, something that you said, it struck a nerve in a very positive way for them. It might have made them have a lot of compassion for certain things that you've been through, or a sense of like people who had failed to appreciate your value in the past, and sort of like, what was wrong with those people? Why did anyone ever make you feel like you weren't good enough? Because in my eyes, you're like a priceless gem. You're like a diamond. Only a fool would have played with your heart. Only an idiot would have let you kind of slip through their fingers. And so this is somebody that it feels like they want to kind of make up for, all the people that came before them that failed to really treat you well or show you a positive experience in love. Anything that is like a lingering wound within that you may have disclosed to them, actually anything you've like shared with them about your past, there's a sense that it's made them very like frustrated or angry. And so there's a sense of like, I want to make up for, what that jerk did. I want to make up for what that idiot did. And also a sense of things that you've kind of kept to yourself, but that they're just sort of reading in, how you're talking to them, what happens when you spend time with one another and you communicate. They're sensing a lot of like guardedness or hesitation on your part. And so there's a sense of almost like, I want to build that trust with you so that you feel comfortable opening up to me, so that I'm not just here to kind of, give you the runaround or create a lot of emotional disturbance or wreckage for you, so that you know that I'm somebody that is trying to, kind of prove my worth and to sort of get you to invest in me, or sort of choose me, or choose to align with me in a long-term sense as like your suitor, your partner, your match, your mate, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. They may even be thinking in terms of like Beyonce, husband, wife, things of that nature. But there's also a sense of like, I want to love you in all the ways that people people before me failed to do. So you've like awakened a romantic within this person, something where they want to kind of increase their efforts towards you, or to make it very clear that there was like nothing wrong with you, that, you know, people before them like didn't see or appreciate your value, that they're not those people. They are somebody very different who sees and appreciates your worth, and they want to celebrate you. They want to kind of boost your confidence in some sort of way, in terms of letting you know that you're everything that they hoped and prayed for. I also say this connection scares me sometimes because it's so intense. So this person may already be thinking like, I think I found my wife. I think I found my husband. I think I found the person that I want to be with. And, you know, especially if this is like a newer connection, there could be a part of them that's like, whoa, wait a minute. It's way too soon to kind of like think that. Or if I'm thinking that, I need to kind of have, you know, experiences where we're making sure that this is the right thing for the two of us in a 3D sense. This isn't just, you know, chemistry. This isn't just sexual attraction. This isn't just passion. This isn't just, you know, loneliness or convenience. But I really want to make sure that if we take it to that level, like we're doing this for a long-term sense. I don't want to kind of get together and then we're breaking up. So there's a sense that, you know, they're thinking in terms of those long-term energies, but it's like they want forever with you, and they really mean that. And so there may be a part of them that is kind of like, you know, the planner, the logical part, or anything where they've been hurt and loved before, that has kind of caused them to, you know, try to take sort of a measured pace in the situation up to this point. But it feels like, you know, they're getting ready to kind of increase their efforts towards you, because they don't want this opportunity to pass them by. They don't want someone else to come in and not have that hesitation, somebody else to kind of say all the right things, do all the right things, and sort of take their place in your life. Or maybe if they've been, you know, taking like a slow and steady approach, there's a fear that sort of like, if they don't make something clear, if they don't make those intentions known, if they don't kind of evolve in some way the communication that they've had with you, there's a fear that like your patience is going to run out, or you're going to misinterpret even certain silences that happen, or, you know, aspects where they're kind of taking their time. There's a sense that they want you to know they're not just trying to give you the runaround. They want something real. They want something long term. They want to do this the right way. And they also say, I just can't seem to find the right words to say to you. Yeah, so this is like the energy of somebody who may have like typed out a message and then they've deleted it, or, you know, they've had it all planned out. Okay, the next time I see them, the next time I talk to them, I'm gonna say what's on my mind. I'm gonna express my feelings a lot more clearly. I'm, you know, gonna be that kind of, you know, romantic person that I know will kind of get me further in this circumstance. But I've kind of kept that to myself because it feels like it's something that doesn't necessarily come naturally to them, and yet you inspire that within them. And so there is a degree of frustration within them that is kind of pushing them to just say something, just do something, make those intentions clear, to kind of like, you know, bring some sort of sweetness and warmth, and like give you reasons to smile, or reasons to feel very happy, or, you know, feel like, oh, this person's really being romantic, and that's beautiful and that's wonderful. But there's also a sense that they want to like secure a position in your life, so that you don't just think this is someone that is just looking for casual situationship, no strings attached. This is somebody that, you know, wants to evolve beyond that, if it's been the nature of your dynamic up to this point, to have something real, to have something serious with one another. They also say it's something about the way you stare into my eyes. So it feels like this person is kind of imagining like being at the altar, exchanging those vows, you know, saying I do. They want to evolve in that direction. You know, they might need to kind of take stock of sort of where you are at this particular point, especially if it's like a newer connection and they're like, okay, we still need to get to know one another. It's only been a short amount of time, but they are thinking in that long-term potential, and sort of like, if things keep going this way between the two of us, you know, I could see this being a very satisfying situation for the two of us in a long-term sense. I could see you being the person that I want to marry, or, you know, the heart kind of knows that. The heart is sort of pushing them in that direction. Like, I could run away with you tomorrow. Let's just elope somewhere. But then the logical part of them might be like, okay, but let's take it slowly. You know, what would our families think of that? What if, you know, that would be too impulsive and we made the wrong decision? So it feels like they've been trying to kind of like balance that sort of meticulous logical approach with something that is kind of just urging them forward to sort of seal the deal with you, and to make this more of a permanent or long-term connection. we also have, there's a song that reminds me of you. I listen to it and I think about you. Yeah, so this is somebody that is definitely, the romantic in them has awakened. They may be sending you songs, or they're, creating a playlist that they want to send to you. This is the idea of somebody that wants to like slow dance with you at their wedding, or your wedding, like the two of your wedding, together as like husband and wife, as a couple. This is somebody that is thinking about slow dancing with you in the kitchen, or, might even want to like take you out dancing, take you out for a night on the town, take you out and sort of show you off to other people. Like, this is my person. This is the person that I'm with. It's like they feel like the luckiest person in the world when they're with you. They want to show you off. They want to showcase this connection. They don't want to hide their feelings. They don't want to kind of, hide the dynamic between the two of you, but they want to make that more kind of known and obvious to others. And finally, we have, I'm in a better headspace now. Yeah, so this is somebody that needed to take some time to kind of, the heart space, it feels like, needed to argue with the mind. They needed to come to a place of like, okay, I'm feeling all these feelings, and, I've taken my time in this situation, and this is the real deal. It feels good. We've had our ups and downs, but we're still going strong. We're still going steady. And so, there's no reason to not like invest fully in trusting that beautiful things can happen, that a magical connection can happen between the two of you, that you've aligned with one another at this time in your lives for a reason, and that wonderful things are possible. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another video. Please take care and be well.